You want to get a job and work in Russia. There is a lot to see and enjoy. It's a good opportunity. But do you know the visa rules? Watch this video till the end to learn all about it. Hey everyone, I'm Behna from the Visa Library. You have come to the right place to know the visa rules. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell, first things first. You don't miss any updates. You should also download the free cheat sheet my team has prepared for Russia work visa from the link in the description. Now, let's get started. First, let me explain Russia work visa policy. If you want to work in Russia, you must have a work visa and a work permit. The work permit comes before the work visa. You must find a job offer with a Russian employer to get a work permit. You can look for a job offer online or through employment agencies. It's a must to get a job offer as your employer must apply for a work permit. Employing foreign nationals in Russia is limited. Government quotas determine the number of available employment permits to foreigners every year. It depends on the global economy and the Russia work permit policy. Also, there are specific quotas for Russian regions, occupational sections, and foreign nationals among the general quotas. Before getting to work permit, let me explain the exemptions. Some groups don't need a work permit to work in Russia. Here is a list of them. Number 1, nationals from the Commonwealth of Independent States, CIS. It's a regional intergovernmental organization in Eastern Europe and Asia. It was formed following the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991. You can find the list of these countries in the Visa Library article from the link in the description. These countries don't need a Russia work visa or work permit or guaranteed job opportunity by a Russian employer. Group number 2 is foreigners living in Russia who have got a permanent residence permit in the country. Number 3, foreigners temporarily working in companies abroad can apply for a business visa. They are allowed to stay in Russia for up to 1 year for business purposes. Number 4, employees of diplomatic missions, consulates of foreign countries in Russia, or any private domestic employees. Number 5 are foreign employees who install, repair, or service installed equipment. Number 6 are accredited journalists in Russia. Number 7 are the students who hold a valid study visa and work during holiday time or where they are studying. Number 8, those who are invited to Russia to take teaching positions in educational institutions. You don't need a work permit if you fall among one of these groups. Now let's get to know the types of Russia work permits. You'd better know and get familiar with the rules and regulations. Number 1 is the standard Russia work permit. This is a general Russia work permit for employees in non-CIS countries. It's valid for the duration of the employment contract. If the work lasts more than 1 year, you must renew your work visa yearly. Also, you must get a temporary residence permit. This differs from Russia open work permit that are not specific to jobs. Employers must first apply for a quota and wait for the decision of the officials. They either approve the application or refuse it. The government grants limited quotas to attract foreign employees from visa-requiring countries every year. So getting a quota is a lengthy process and success is not guaranteed. Number 2 is Russia work permit for highly qualified employees, HQ. It's a specific Russia work permit for skilled professionals with an annual salary of more than 2 million rubles. In this case, it's possible to hire a foreigner for any position. HQs have the right to receive a work permit for up to 3 years without restrictions on the duration of the stay. The advantage of this permit is that it is generally processed within 14 days to a month. It also entitles family members, including spouses, children, and parents, to get a Russia visa. Number 3 is work patent for CIS nationals. As I explained, if you are a citizen of CIS, you do not need a visa to enter Russia, a Russia job, or a work permit for work-related purposes. However, you must apply for a work patent at the local JUVM office in your region within 30 days of your arrival in Russia. JUVM stands for Main Directorate for Migration Affairs in Russia. If you don't get the patent, it can lead to a fine for up to 50,000 rubles. When you enter Russia as a CIS national, you will have 60 days to find a job. The work patent is valid for up to 12 months. You can renew it only once. You can work out of government quotas and your employer doesn't require a work permit. To get a work patent, you must pass an exam. It certifies your knowledge of the Russian Federation language, legislation, and history. Number 4 is work permit for above quota positions. If a foreigner's salary is less than 2 million rubles a year, it is possible to hire them for one of the quota positions according to the classifier. What the heck is classifier? The classifier is the list of out-of-quota professionals. People with job positions on this list can be hired according to their profession. The quota rules do not apply to them. The list changes every year and you must check it before applying. You can find the link of the list in the description. Now, are you wondering how to apply for a Russia work visa? Here it is. Your employer will handle the process of a Russia work permit. He or she applies to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The application process is a bit different by the category of your work permit. Here is the application to hire highly qualified specialists. This process is easy and simple. First, the employer must submit documents for a work permit to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Here is a list of supporting documents. 1. Original employment contract with salary information. 2. Certificate of registration by trade register. 3. Commercial register extract. 4. Information letter from the Statistic Authority. 5. Address and phone number of the company. 6. Passport copy of the CEO in Russia. 7. A photo of the employer, colored, scanned, and in 300 dpi. 8. Copy of diploma and translation. Also, this information is required by the officials. Expected date of entry, nationality, registration address outside Russia, registration address in Russia, state and city of the visa obtaining. There could be other requirements with the employee as well, a copy of passport, educational certificates, and things like this. The employer can ask the officials about the full list of supporting documents for a work permit. Then he or she will receive confirmation that the Ministry of Internal Affairs received the documents. After that, the employer must apply for a business invitation without waiting for the work permit. When the work invitation is issued, the employee must apply for a work visa to the Russian embassy or consulate in his or her home country. The employee must submit the work invitation and other requirements to the Russian embassy. When the employee enters Russia, he or she must pick up the work permit in the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The application for quota and above quota specialists is the same. The only exception is the first stage. For quota position, the employer must apply for a quota in the Department of Labor and Employment. He or she must wait for their decision, then continue the rest of the procedure. For the above quota positions, the employer must register a vacancy at the local employment center. He or she must wait till the application is processed. After issuing the approval in the quota and out of quota procedures, the employer must submit the documents to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. It is to get a permit to employ foreign labor. The ministry will receive the issued permit by proxy. Remember this essential point. If the worker is from a country with a high risk of immigration, the Russian company's general director must be interviewed by the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Also, the company must send the documents to them. It's also required to submit the documents for accredited of the company to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. When the officials confirm receiving the documents for a work permit, the employer applies for a working invitation. With the invitation, the employee can apply for a work visa to the Russian embassy or consulate. The work visa is single entry that is valid for 90 days. The employee must apply for a multiple entry visa that is valid for the entire duration of employment. In each of these cases, to get the work permit, when the work invitation is issued, the employee can apply for a work visa to the Russian embassy or consulate. First, gather the list of supporting documents. Here is a list of them. Number 1 is your passport. It must be valid over the date your visa expires in Russia. Number 2 is the one passport photo. It would better not to be older than 1 month ago at the time of application. Number 3 is work invitation letter. It's the root of your application. 4 is the letter from your Russian employer. It must contain job details, working location, and employment contract dates. Number 5 is medical certificate, which verifies that you have no illness. You must get it from a verified doctor in your home country. This was the list of supporting documents, but remember an essential point. Employees in certain countries or regions may need to provide additional documents. The decision is with the Russian officials. Also, some countries need applicants to visit the Russian embassy or consulate for biometrics. It's the scan of your fingerprints and digital photo. Ask the Russian embassy or consulate in your home country whether they need your biometrics or not. When you receive the work visa, you may move to Russia and begin your work, but you must register your residence with the officials by the type of your work permit, as we explained. Your visa is valid by the type of your work. The processing time is different. It's 1 month for highly qualified employees and up to 3 months for the other work permit categories. Alright then, This was all you must know about Russia work visa. If you have questions, write them down in the comment section. My team at the Visa Library will answer them. If you want us to make a video about a Russia visa or a related topic, just tell us. We'll prepare what you want. Before you leave, like the video, hit the bell and download the free PDF file for Russia work visa from the description. Until the next video, thank you all for watching.